So I'm really touched that you could come on a, what is it today? Monday night. So thank you. Somebody asked, a reporter asked me, why do you always write about hourly wage earners? Why do you? And I said, well, they're privileged, already have their spokespeople. They don't need me. And most of America is what I come from. And that is, to me, very important to remember always. When is my column coming back to the plain dealer? Well, it's not. I'm nationally syndicated. Thank you for asking. I've been nationally syndicated since 2007, actually. And if you have a computer and you go online, you can read all my columns at creators.com. Creators Syndicate runs my column. I also write for Parade magazine. When I left the plain dealer this time, it was for good. And I do subscribe to the Plain Dealer. I have a lot of dear, dear friends at the Plain Dealer, and as you know, they're in a lot of trouble. The industry is in a lot of trouble. I feel very lucky to still make a living writing for newspapers.
I know you're a feminist, as many of us here are, and I'm just concerned about the tone in Washington. And is there something we should really be worried about with the way they're trying to take away a lot of women's rights?
As a feminist, you're asking, what can we do about Washington?
Yes.
Well, I think, is it a few or is it more? I think it's the far right of the Republican Party. It's not the entire Republican Party. They're really being hijacked by, I would say, extremists in their, and that's why you get people like Grassley say. I said when Senator Grassley said, well, these men in the military, they have these urges. Proof that dinosaurs are still roaming the earth. Because I'm sorry, you want to blame rape in the military on men who can't control their urges. We kind of gave up that argument quite some time ago. It is interesting to watch the state legislature in the state of Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
In 2010, the Republicans ran on jobs, 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 right? And they swept in. They took everything, the House, the Senate, all the statewide offices. In the first 15 months, they introduced more anti-choice legislation than they had in the previous 10 years. And regardless of where you stand on the issue of abortion rights, everyone in this room, like any other room in the country, cares more about creating jobs for their fellow Americans and their fellow Ohioans. They want less infighting instead of more. I mean, it just becomes, it can come to a screeching halt. Well, they do. The question was, what is the most effective way to communicate with your elected members of Congress? And it is true that regular mail takes longer because everything has to get screened, checking for the obvious problems they've been having. However, they do get read. Emails are very effective because when they come in, the servers, the computers in the member's house can tell if it's from their district or from their state. So, for example, in Sherrod's office, because he's a senator